don't know what else to do here. Let's see.
Should we postpone this a day?
The fundamentals of how not to start a webinar. Oh yeah, that's great. An online business. Let's see. The fundamentals of building an online business. Go live. Okay, so this should be live now on my Facebook and on YouTube. Okay. Hold on. Hi, everybody. I'd like to welcome you to the webinar this evening. This originally started out as a live stream on Facebook, but we've failed many times to connect on the live stream on Facebook. So for that reason, we have decided to use webinar software. So that's what we're doing. Jared here was actually going to be presenting the Facebook Live. So Jared, I'm going to let you talk for a bit. You're in front of the microphone, so I'm hoping that people will be able to hear you okay. And
yeah, that's great. I hope there's not a big echo in there. Thanks for setting it up for us. It has been an experience as usual when that's the way lives go.
Definitely.
And, well, we just really want to speak about the business building fundamentals of when you start online, and so it's here as well for those of you that do know him as the legendary mark, and those who don't know him, he is one of the legendary markers that has been around for some time, and I'm sure that he's going to enlighten us with some valuable content on your version of what you would say starting an online business was to you, your struggles, and what do you think, what your opinion is in it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, in my experience, and from what I can see, really, when it comes to starting an online business, from people who are successful compared to people who aren't as successful, they tend to have certain traits and they tend to do certain things. The successful people that the less successful people, let's just say, don't seem to do, right? So, for example, a lot of people will either procrastinate about starting a business. In fact, I was talking to someone today, and I was talking to the same person about a year ago. And that person a year ago, I started talking about, starting their online business and so on. And they said to me, "Oh no, I'm going to do a training course first because I don't know enough about it." Right? So instead of going to a mentor and getting someone to show me how to do it and starting to actually do the stuff, I'm going to do this training course because this training course will basically set me up for doing an online business. So a year later, come back from the training course, no clue what to do, where to start, anything about it. So we sat down and I said, look, the best way to start your online business is to actually start. It's to just start. It's to just press the button. Register a domain. It doesn't matter if it's the wrong domain, the first one. Get your hosting account and start creating content and putting it on social media and putting it on the internet. Now, of course, he procrastinated again, said, "Oh, I don't know, and I don't know what I'm going to do it about." And you can wait for the right moment for something, and it's never going to come. So the thing is, you just need to actually start. You will make mistakes along the way. This was the first time that I ever joined a Facebook Live with two people on it, and it messed up about 10 times there, right? So stuff is going to go wrong, right? I could have done a weekly live for my team for like 2 years, and it was fine. And there was a few hiccups some weeks, different things went wrong. But, here's me after doing marketing for 11, 12 years, and I go to do a Facebook Live, and I can't get on, right? So that just shows you that, you will make mistakes along the way. It doesn't matter, who you are. Mistakes will happen, things will happen. You'll pick the wrong website, you'll pick the wrong domain name, you'll target the wrong market at some stage or something. And that's just one of those things, in order to actually get successful and be successful online. Those are just the things you need to do, when I started.
Well, that's it. It's,
yeah.
It's our perfect imperfections.
Absolutely.
And I think what's unique about the perfect imperfections is people are all human, and they actually see when you're making mistakes.
Yeah.
They can appreciate the value of that. And, as you grow, people actually see how better you become, how more you're growing. And I think that's also a big thing on the internet is people just seeing that you are a normal person. And, we're all trying the same thing. We do make mistakes, but, we don't give up, and we carry on with it. We go on with it, and we better ourselves the next time and the next time.
Absolutely. And I mean, the thing that's missing in people, for to do their business online or to be successful, there is certain tools, right? There is certain tools you need. I think there's people who are trying to start a business on Facebook or on Instagram or something. As far as I'm concerned, that is someone else's land. That is someone else's company, someone else's business, and they can switch you off at any stage. I've had team members, friends of mine who were on my business team online, and they had a YouTube account with over 1,000 videos, and they went away for a holiday thinking they were making passive income, and they come back and their YouTube channel had been deleted while they were away. Now luckily they'd got, I think it was like the second biggest YouTube channel in Ireland or something, and they'd loads of subscribers, and they got them to all complain to YouTube. And luckily, YouTube reinstated the account, right? But I know more people who haven't had their YouTube account reinstated than I do that have had it reinstated. So if you think you're going to build your business on YouTube and that's going to be your business, there's going to come a day when you'll probably be out of business because your YouTube account will disappear and you have to start all over again from scratch. So I think it's important to build your business on your own land, with your own hosting, your own autoresponder, build your own mailing list of subscribers, customers. You also need to be able to take payments if you're selling anything or you're planning to sell any services, products, do any affiliate programs with people. Then you need to be able to take the payments to actually get money, or else you're relying on other people's affiliate programs. So again, you're relying on other companies, other businesses, and whether they will pay you out, whether their, technology is working properly. There's one big autoresponder company, like huge, has been out since near the beginning, and the amount of times that I have registered people with them and the tracking link has gone AWOL and they haven't been put under me is crazy. So I know if I sell something and it goes to my payment, my shopping cart, I get the money, I get the notification, the money's been paid. If I sign someone up for an autoresponder, there could be 20 people go and click my link. And if their system isn't working right, they signed up under my link, I should get paid, and I don't get paid. And because I didn't know those people signed up, I can't, do anything about it really. Obviously I can go and I can say I was sitting with so-and-so and we signed up for this account, this is their username and whatever, and they will credit it for me and add it. But the thing is, when you're relying on other people's programs, you're relying completely on the other person. You don't know if the other person has got their, their shit together. Excuse my French. And if they don't, you're the one who's going to pay for it because you're doing the work, you're bringing in the people, and you're not getting paid for it.
I see that happening over and over again on the social networks, where people are actually joining these companies and they're going absolutely mad promoting it, and they sort of see, well, I've got maybe I've picked up 17 leads there, and they're picking up leads, but and they personally are trying to email the company, and I've actually said to them, have you actually done a test on your link and see what happens? And what is constantly has been happening is the people of the companies, as soon as they pick up the lead, they are bombarding all your leads with their products, and they're literally just stealing away your clients, all the work that you've been doing. And so, yeah, I understand totally what you mean by that. With the products and that. And then the other ones are where you're selling their products. So that, number one, they steal your lead and they're taking 30% commission once again for all your work.
Exactly.
I mean, there's absolutely no point to it. They should be Hitler.
Yeah, I mean, the guy joined up one particular company, which went on about how great they were and everything, and I signed up a friend of mine for one of their courses, and I signed up a friend of mine for one of their courses, and they actually put him under the wrong affiliate, right? Under somebody else. Right. It just so happened, which was quite funny, it was actually my mother that put him under. but my mother.
Your mother?
Yeah, they actually put him under her affiliate link, right? But then he went on and joined a lot of other stuff, and I didn't get paid. None of us got paid anything for it. So he's been paying monthly now for 2 years, and we never got a penny. So if you're relying on other people's affiliate programs, some of them will be great, some of them will work great, and that's fantastic. Other ones will go bust. Other ones, the SEC will take them down, or they'll be took down for being a pyramid scheme or something. Your social media accounts will be, can be taken down by YouTube at any time, by Facebook. If you put something they don't like they took down all the CBD pages. I heard, they took all down. You know what I mean? So you're selling your product, you're building your big Facebook page. You're saying, yes, this is going great. And next day you come back and your Facebook page with your 3,000 likes that you've paid people for has gone. And you're going, oh no. Place, so that's why you need to build your own business. You can use all the social networks. If you lose one, it doesn't matter. You've lost. If you're on 15 social networks and one network shuts down, or 2, or even 3, I've actually had 3 social networks shut down within 2 months. Twitter account with 70,000 followers, a YouTube account with 350 videos, and I think it was an Amazon account or something, like Amazon seller account. Like literally, they shut down within a month, all of them together.
Why did they close down your Twitter account? What did you say? Did you say Twitter or Instagram?
The YouTube account got shut down because after 3,000 positive comments and showing people how to get followers on Twitter, one teenager said showing people how to get Twitter followers was a scam, and he flagged the video. So YouTube then took the video down, which had 20,000 views on it, and about thousands and thousands of positive comments until his. And then I contacted YouTube and said, look, all I was doing is showing people how I got Twitter followers. It is my Twitter account. All I was doing was showing people how I got Twitter followers. It's perfectly, there's nothing wrong with it. I'm not, doing any scam or, flipping, extorting them for money or, hitting them with 1 million links or something. It's perfectly, what I'm showing is just a simple process. And what happened was 2 days later I went to my YouTube account and all my videos were gone. Videos with 103-year-old granny, videos with my dad, all my family's videos, all disappeared, gone. So then I sent them another email, said, look, you've now terminated my whole YouTube account. Could you please reinstate it? There's no reason why. And then they sent me an email saying, basically says in terms and conditions, we don't have to give you a reason for shutting down your account. So it could be for anything. We can just shut down your account. We're YouTube.
Wow.
Don't try and it actually had the cheek to say, don't try and set up another YouTube account, right? As well. And I was like, well, tell me why. If I've sold something wrong or I've done something wrong or whatever, tell me why, why you're doing it. But no, it's like just you read the terms and conditions, basically says we can shut down for whatever reason. This could affect you, that could affect you, this could affect you, that could affect you, or we can just shut you down because whatever, with no reason. So I didn't know why. Within a few months, I set up 30 YouTube accounts then, and I had one for each URL, and they've been up for ages. And it means that if a YouTube account shuts down, I don't care. I still have another 30, so it doesn't bother me. I learn from my mistakes. That's how I work. My Twitter account got reinstated after 5 years because they'd made a mistake. So I got my Twitter. I minus 10,000 followers. I got 60,000 back. I had 70, but after 5 years, I got 60,000 back, and they reinstated it. But the thing is, if that was my business, if Twitter was my business or my YouTube channel was my business, it was bringing in a couple of grand a month passive income. The YouTube videos, when they deleted my account in 5 minutes, 2 grand a month was shut down instantly. Right? That's why from then on, after that, I created about 650 websites. I ranked them on Google, and I started just getting traffic from Google and building a huge list. And I said, right, YouTube can do whatever, Facebook can do whatever. I'll have them all, but at the end of the day, they're not my main income stream.
Income source, yeah.
Because you're on someone else's land, and you building, your business on Facebook is like going and opening up, a takeaway in your neighbor's garden. You know what I mean? The neighbor might be great, might say, oh, that's lovely and it smells nice and it looks nice. But 2 weeks later or 2 years later, when you've built up a business and 1,000 people a day are coming, the neighbor turn around and say, I don't like having takeaway in my garden. I'm knocking it down or I'm throwing you out, and your business is over. So why would you build your business on someone else's land? It doesn't make sense. So that's why I say everyone have your own website, have your own email list, and also do a backup of your email list, because email, even the big reputable email providers sometimes terminate people's email accounts. If you send out maybe too many emails, there's a few marketers I know who are mental with emails like that. They'll send 3 emails a day or 4 emails a day. I mean, there's one guy I know, and he basically says, what happens when you look at someone's emails, right? And I'm going like, what do you mean? And he's going, well, if you look at your Gmail account, right, there's maybe 30 emails for that day, right? So he says, if I sent 1 email that day, I'm probably at the bottom of the queue and nobody sees my email, right? So what I do is I send one every 2 hours. So every 3 lines, James such and such, another 3 lines down, James such and such, have you got this yet? So marketers like that tend to get their email account shut down. So if you're going crazy with your mailing list, then also have a backup of all your emails as well.
And even there, once again, the backups, when you say backup, people should be sure to back it up on something personal.
Yeah.
Because, I had a lot of stuff from way back 2013 when I started. And I backed up everything to Dropbox. And up until a few months ago, I could still access the Dropbox. And a week ago, I was like, well, I've got all these I've still got this huge list and all that. And I was trying to get onto Dropbox. I had YouTube extracts. I had everything saved on there. They've closed my account, and I'm trying to get in there, and it's just putting it around a circle. I can't get into Dropbox. Every last thing I saved on there is
Go
I
on.
can't get access to it.
Exactly.
And that's another perfect example of how dangerous it can be. Just playing on other people's ground, you make a very good point there.
Well,
I know myself. I rely on Facebook. I mean, that's my first and my biggest earner is in Facebook. There's definitely something I need to.
Well, I'm always told I'm a hoarder, right? That I keep stuff and so on, and I do tend to. But what I do generally is, I would back up my stuff. First, it'll go on my computer, right? Then it'll go from my computer on the hard drive. And then if it's really, really valuable, it might go into a Google Drive account or something else as well. So it's in 3 or 4 places. So even if Google shut down my account, even if my hard drive packs in, or even my computer packs in, I've got it somewhere, If all 3 pack in at once, I mean, then I'm sort of snickered, But, touch wood, I generally you'll find normally 2 or 3 things happen, at once, but it normally isn't all your different content machines at once go. Thankfully, normally 1 or 2 at a time, So if you have it in 2 or 3 places, you're likely to be all right. But even doing it in 1 place, same thing. If you have it in the cloud shut you down, or if your credit card expires or somebody does a fraudulent transaction, your Amazon S3 account can disappear, your cloud can disappear, and all your content you're saving. So don't just save in the cloud or on whatever. Have backups, have a hard drive, have it on, you can get 15 gigabytes or something for free. If you set up a new Google account, you can stick it in Google Drive, Google Docs, Google whatever, So you can have it in 3 or 4 places. And if you have it there, then if 1 or 2 of your things stop, your business can still continue, And that's what's important. You want your business to continue. You don't want to work for 2 years and lose all your stuff, because
absolutely.
If you're on minimum wage, even if you're getting £10 an hour, if you've worked 2,000 hours, right, that's 20 grand of your time. Seriously, you're going to spend 20 grand of your time making YouTube videos for some idiot to come along in a bad mood and delete your account. It just doesn't make sense,
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And I think there's a very valuable lesson in that tonight.
So whenever I make a video, right, the video goes first onto YouTube, right? Because it does get you views, or people can find it in YouTube. It's good to have it on YouTube. If I have a bit of extra time, I'll upload it to Facebook as well, right? I will also then upload it to Amazon S3, and that means it's on my own hosting account with Amazon. Now, an Amazon S3 account costs pennies a month. Unless you're getting millions of views a day in your video, it's you're talking, 80 cents a month or something. It's ridiculously cheap. An Amazon S3 hosting account. So all my videos go to Amazon S3. So they're hosted in Amazon. They're hosted in YouTube. I now put them on Real.video, which is a live video hosting company again, but they don't go on deleting videos like YouTube. So I put them all those places. So I have my video in 5 places. So what happened to me, I know if it was 10 years ago, maybe now, could never happen again. I could never go and find all my videos disappeared, because I have my video on my hard drive. I have my video on a computer or on a second hard drive. I have my video on YouTube. I have my video maybe on Facebook. I have my video on Amazon S3, right? So it's practically nearly an impossibility. I mean, the world would have to get hit with a EMP or something, to take out every electronic device and take out the internet, for all my stuff to disappear. It would have to be big time, attack to take out all my content, You'd have to be working really hard. Even Google wouldn't have a hope. But
that is valuable, for us to actually think about that. To be quite honest, I've never really put that much thought into it until you've actually now said it.
Yeah, people don't put that much thought in, and you think, well, I've only 4 or 5 videos, or I haven't been doing this long, or I'm not too good at it, or whatever. But what you'll find is you'll go to your YouTube account after 2 years one day, and you say, oh shit, I've got 1,000 videos, Because if you're doing one video a day for 2 or 3 years, that's 1,000 videos, And say you do a video series, you say, right, I'm going to do 30 videos in 30 days, and they're extra above the normal videos you do. Right now, you could end up with a YouTube account with 1,200 videos. Now, if it takes you, on average, say most of your videos are short, 2-minute videos. If it takes you on average, say 5 minutes to record the video, another 5 minutes to upload it, another 5 minutes to add the tags and add all the stuff and all that, and then another 10, 15 minutes to post it, that means each video is taking you 25 minutes, say half an hour. So if you have 1,000 videos, that's 500 hours of your time. That's £5,000 of your working hours if you were at a job. I can't even say the word anymore, but yeah. It's too painful to say that word. To say that word, it's too painful. I have to just spell it. But that's like a fortune. And now somebody would go and they'd say, well, I don't want to buy a software to put it in Amazon S3 for $100, because it'll probably be all right. That's the person who in 2 years loses their whole business, all their videos, all their content, and goes, oh, should have listened. Do you remember what he said 2 years ago? Remember what he said 2 years ago? And I thought, that's not me. I'll be all right. Sure, nobody's going to bother me. I've only a few videos.
I've heard a very good mentor actually before saying, you know what, you have to engage 27 times a day, but it doesn't mean that you have to engage with your audience 27 times a day. You have to document everything you do as you go along.
Yeah.
And it is so true, documenting, doing your own sort of, your own sort of diary of what you're doing and how you're doing it and where you're going. And it's also so great just, for your own benefit.
Absolutely. One thing I also suggest to people, especially if you're starting an online business, because one of the things that I see that people fail the most on is lack of action, right? And now some people would take action, going to a training webinar, or thinking about doing a website, or this or that or the other. That's not action, right? That's thought before action, right? So action would be a money-making activity, right? And a money-making activity isn't necessarily what people think is a money-making activity. A lot of people think making a website, having a website is a money-making activity. It's not, right? Because there's millions of people with websites with no buy buttons, with nowhere to capture leads, with no good content on it to be found in the search engine. And it's like a brochure and people can't do anything there. So if you're sitting there setting up an online business thinking, oh, I've set up a website, so now I've done my money-making activity today, you're not going to get any money from it. So it's not a money-making activity, right? But if you do 5 money-making activities a day, money-making activity a day is do a video, put a call to action and send them either to your, get them on your mailing list to give them something free, or send them the product or service that will help them with their life, with their business, with their whatever. Those are all money-making activities. Create a YouTube video that'll rank in SEO for years. That'll be there for years. That'll be making you money for years while they don't delete your YouTube account, right? So that's a money-making activity. Sitting down in the morning and writing out 10 tweets and scheduling for Twitter that day with a link to bring them to your website. And on your website, you're selling products, services, doing reviews, offering information, offering people things to build a list and give them good information for free. Those are all money-making activities, because now you have them on your email list and they can buy things off you, as well as, the free stuff that you give them. So those kind of things are all money-making activities. But what I find most people are doing is they're going to training, they're listening to training, how to do Instagram, how to do Twitter, how to do this, and I'll say to them, you spent all day today doing training. Have you sent any tweets out on Twitter? Have you followed anybody on Twitter? Have you found something to post that people actually want or buy or opt in for on Twitter? And they haven't done these things. And if you haven't done these steps, it's impossible for you to make money online. It's just completely impossible, right? Because unless there's something being sold, something being opted in for, or a list being built, or even getting them to follow you on social media, that's a money-making activity. Because, if you build up your following, 5 times the following, then when you do put a link out, or when you do a webinar, or when you do a Facebook Live, people can actually go to it and see it and take action. So that's also a money-making activity. But I find if you do 5 money-making activities a day, so money-making activities could be like 1, create a piece of content on your blog and share it, on Facebook. Another money-making activity could be share your content on 10 big Facebook groups in your niche. Another money-making activity could be sit down for 20 minutes and schedule 10 tweets for Twitter today. Another money-making activity could be go and follow 50 people in your niche on Twitter. Another money-making activity could be go and create a YouTube video and put a call to action at the end of it. Because if there's no call to action and they're not doing anything, it's not really a money-making activity. It's a time waste.
Absolutely. When I tell the people that I'm working with,
so
I tell them the same thing. There's a few things that I get them to do, and one of them is engage. Just take 30 minutes in the morning and actually engage with your people. If you're building your friends list, just engage and drop a message, not just a copy paste thing. Keep it personal, and the people feel that you sort of building a relationship with them in those terms. But I also say to them that you have to do some money-making activities every day. And as you say, that's what one person thinks money-making activities and another person thinks it could be a different thing. But you're giving good examples there of what that is.
And then, as well as that, different social networks also have different time scales. So when you're making a blog post, if you put an image in your blog, right? If you share that on Pinterest, say, for example, on Pinterest, that's going to be there for years. People can find it for years. On YouTube, if you create a video, people can see it for years. Now, on the other hand, if you create a video or Facebook Live, or you post a bit of content on Facebook, that's going to be gone in 48 hours. You could scroll down 20 pages and maybe come across it, but most people won't, right? So if you do something on Facebook, if you're doing a Facebook Live and you do one today, you need to do one in another 2 days if anyone's going to see, because nobody's going to see the one you did 2 days ago, because it's going to be way, way down the feed. It'll not appear in anyone's feed unless it goes crazy with comments, and then it'll get another couple of days boosted, and then it disappears. Once it disappears, that's it. So Facebook is a daily thing. If you're going to do a Facebook Live, do it daily, or choose a time scale. Maybe you do it once a week or whatever. But it's better to do it daily. Twitter, in 20 seconds, your tweet has gone into hyperspace, right? So, somebody clicked on Twitter, they saw your tweet. If they clicked it really, really fast, they got it. And if they didn't, it's gone, right? So Twitter, you need to be posting. So Twitter, you need to be posting every hour, You know, to be seriously seen and actually get clicks on Twitter, you need to schedule a post every flipping hour. If you do that, you'll actually see yourself getting people. You know, but if you're doing one a day or one a week, it's like, you know, you got 2 clicks. You know, you're not going to build your next multi-million business on Twitter. You know, so you know, so Twitter, it's instant. It's completely instant. In 5 seconds on Twitter, you're gone. Your history, right? Facebook a day, 2 days. YouTube long term, months, years. You'll be in the search engine for your. You could be in the search engine for your keyword. Some of your videos will hit, some of them will miss. You know, so those are some other things for people to bear in mind with your business. Pinterest is also long term. Instagram, you can't really put links in your Instagram, but you could put a URL in the picture. You know, you could put quotes and stuff and put a URL to your website so people can actually type it in. The other thing is, in Instagram, you're only allowed 1 link, right? But what you can do with that, and what I do with that, is there's a thing called link.tr, and it's a website, and if you go there, you can add multiple links on that one page. And that's what I do on Instagram. If somebody goes to my Instagram, you know, there's like links for all my social networks. There could be links for all my businesses. I've got 2 Instagram accounts. One has links for all my businesses. One has links for all my social networks. You know, instead of having 50 social share buttons on your website, like a lot of people do, I believe you should be in a lot of social networks. I'm not saying that's wrong. That's right. But instead of having 50 different buttons to follow you, you know, if you have one Linktree button and you have your Quora, your YouTube, your Twitter, your Facebook, you know, your Facebook page, your business opportunity, now people can just come and they can say, oh, right, I want to follow on Facebook, click Facebook. Oh, I want to follow on Twitter, click Twitter. You know, and you're all on that one page, everything. Or I'm not interested in following him anywhere, but what's his business opportunity? Boom, click the business opportunity, or click my favorite tools for my internet business button, you know. And then people can go and they can decide what they're interested in, click on it, and go there. And, you know, when they do that, you've got a new follower, or you've got a new person to see your business opportunity, you know, or you've got a new, you know, whatever, depending on what they've clicked. You've got a new opt-in, and you're, you know, for your free giveaway or whatever.
Yeah, so, no, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah,
gives them an opportunity of where to follow you or what to follow you on.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, yeah, I mean, I think that's, you know, that's, I think we covered a good bit there anyway.
Yeah, we did indeed, and it's a great eye-opener for myself, you know. We're a bunch of Facebook marketers, and all right, you know, we are expanding and we're going out and doing the different things. Obviously, I'm more in for it, just, you know, for the people we take on and teach where to start with the basics on Facebook.
Yeah.
And obviously, then to grow themselves and get the blog and, you know, be able to get your funnel and get leads and, you know, carry on from there.
Yeah.
But it is a big eye opener. Definitely, it's.
One other thing I sort of forgot, and I got off track, which I wanted to say at the beginning, is that, you know, if you want, now there is different kind of internet business. There's ones where you can list stuff, but again, that's normally company businesses. It's not normally your business. But if you're wanting to build your business via a blog or via blogging, or, you know, on social media and stuff like that, the 2 things that are important. Now, you can go away and disappear for months, and I've done it. You know, I've had problems, and I've been sick, and my son broke his leg, and I've disappeared for like a month, right? Still get my residuals, but I've disappeared. And, you know, basically, you can go away. That's the nice thing about this business. But if, firstly, you don't create the business and create it properly, with the tools and stuff that I said. And secondly, if you don't consistently create content and share the content, you won't build a business. You won't build a business. Because if you create a website, put 2 pages on it and do nothing, don't share it on Facebook, don't share it anywhere, don't create any good content for your readers, you're not going to make any money. And that's just a fact. And those are the reasons why people don't make money. They either don't start the business because they procrastinate and they want everything to be perfect, or they start the business and then after a month they stop paying it. They, oh, I didn't do a blog post this month, so I'll just stop paying that because why am I paying that? You know, and then they've no business, you know.
Absolutely.
And then they start all over again and they pay to do it all over again. you know, 6 months later, and it's exactly the same things told to them. And until they actually listen and then follow it through, they won't make any money. You know?
Well, that's just it. I see that all the time.
Yeah.
You know, you get people, all right, I'm coming online, I'm going to start a business, and they go to JB Zoo or something, right? They sign up for affiliates.
Yeah.
They get themselves a website, and they're sitting there like, all right, I've seen all the software, I've done everything with the software, I've got the funnel, I've got everything. How am I going to make business? You know, they don't have engagement. You know, they're not known in the business, and it's just also another exactly point of where you don't start.
Yeah. Absolutely.
You know, it's as you say, you have to have content, you have to engage. You know, if nobody knows anybody, you're going to put it up on Facebook and you get one like. What's the chance of getting any leads or anybody to even click on the link that matter?
Exactly. But if you've got, you know, if you post, you know, whatever you decide to do, try and stick to it. You know, so if you have nothing else to do and you're really good and you get in the habit of blogging all the time, it's easy to do 1-2 posts a day, right? If you get in the habit of it. If you're not in the habit of it, you might do 1 or 2 a week, right? Some people will do 1 a month, but I'm telling you, whatever it is, even if you do 1 post a month, it's better to have an online business and do 1 post a month, because you still have a hope when you share that post in loads of places. You still have a hope of making money. But the person who comes, makes the website, does 2 posts and disappears for 2 years, you know, they don't have a business and never will. So set yourself a duration. You know, I'm going to post twice a week or 3 times a week. Or when I made, you know, when I had my, like, you know, made 7.5 grand or something in 3 weeks, I was posting 3 times a day. I paid a guy to post on my Empower blog every day. So I paid one guy to do a post every single day on my blog, and I used to end up doing an extra 2 every single day. So I would have 3 blogs a day there. I would have 1 blog on my Ask Fierce blog, and I would do, so I would be like doing 5 blogs a day. I was blogging like a machine, and because I was doing it so much, I got really good at it, you know. Whereas now I've, you know, got sick and got a thyroid problem, and, you know, disappeared from the computer for a while, and, you know, it takes me ages to sit down to a post, you know, because I'm not doing it all the time. But if you decide and say, I'm going to do 1 every day, you'll find after 30 days, it's easy for you to do it, you know. But whatever you're going to do in your online business, decide on a time, you know, decide if you don't have a lot of time and you've only 1 day or 2 days a week to work your business, say, right, on a Wednesday and a Friday, I'm going to do a blog post, you know, and then once you do the content, that's 30% of your work, right? The other 70% is sharing it everywhere. Because if you might have done the best content in the world, and you might have put a great call to action, you might have a great giveaway, but if nobody sees that, it doesn't matter how good it is, you know. So you need to then go post it in large Facebook groups in your niche, post it on your Facebook wall, post it on your pages, post it in alternative social networks, put a share button in the bottom of your blog for Pinterest, for LinkedIn, for Dig, for you know, whatever all the other ones are.
Oh yeah.
No, and then just, it takes you like literally 3 minutes to click every one of those buttons and share on all those social networks. So now you've shared your content in 20 places in 3 minutes, you know? So now people are actually seeing your stuff, you know? So is that not better than, yeah, I mean, take that versus somebody who creates a blog post, spends 2 hours, goes, well, that was really hard. And they do one a month, you know, and then they go away and they don't even share it, you know? I mean, there was one I made a website for, and it was like alternative health, you know, a wellness center. And she created about 5 posts. That was it. Yeah, I go back, nothing ever created. She shares posts every day on Facebook from other blogs, from their health blogs, from everything. And she says, I want to do better. You know, I want to get money, business coming in to pay me to do, you know, this and that and the other, you know, but nobody sees her website, you know, so how is she going to do any business? You know, even if she said, look, I don't have much time. I don't want to spend much time because I want to do my business, but I'll sit down for 1 hour once a week. I'll write a blog post and I'll spend 2 hours and I'll schedule the post to go out every single day in a group and every single day on a page. Her business would be working 7 days a week and it would take her 2 hours, but she doesn't do it. So nothing new comes, you know, she won't be getting new business. You know, she stopped paying her shopping cart because she thought, oh, it's too expensive to pay a shopping cart because the one it was at the time was monthly, you know, so nobody can buy anything off her site. You know, nobody can pay for an appointment. You know,
so we've all been there.
Yeah,
I mean, you know, you're that it's
No, you didn't. You got it. You still have it. You can use that on anything still. You know, your shopping cart, you can use it as a lifetime one. So, but this was a monthly one. This was $100 a month. It was a monthly one. You know.
No, I still use my shop card, but I mean, like for the website, all right.
Oh yeah.
With the CBD.
Oh yeah. But the thing is, you know, you just make another website. What my thing is, if you do one and for whatever reason it doesn't work, you know, or you can't get whatever to work on it, or the payment won't work, or they don't like what you're selling or whatever, you just make another website with something else. You know, you load things up for sale and you start sharing it. You know, you do your Facebook Lives, you do your blog posts, you share it everywhere, and people can come and buy that. You know.
Well, that's exactly it, and once again, I mean, using the social networks to build up your engagement, and then advertising that. So if you do get a great engagement, and then you're selling something else, it all goes hand in hand together.
Absolutely. So
and even better yet, when you've got a big support in your engagement that you're getting, and all that. You feel you're a trusted person. You feel that they feel they want to deal with you, or they want to buy that product from you, whether it be CBD or essence, whatever it is.
Absolutely, it's great.
Yeah. So, Doris, I'm not going to hold up any longer. Thank you so much.
No problem at all, Jared. No problem at all. It's great to chat to you.
Really valuable.
And have you a website up at the minute or anything, or?
No, I'm coming to see you about it.
Okay. No problem. We'll get one up for you.
And we've actually got some websites, but we just started using that new portal. I think you use it. You want to mention names?
Yes.
And I feel it's a good thing. I just don't know how it works right now.
Okay. Well, if you need any help or whatever, give us a shout or whatever. But I just think, if you get those things in order, I don't think you can fail. The only people I see failing in an online business is the people that aren't doing those things. Content and then marketing. Even people who find good content from someone else and put an affiliate link under it, make money. So as long as you're marketing it.
That's what I said to Netta. I mean, I've said that to Netta. You don't even, you don't even really have to be able to blog. I mean, you can just copy content. So, you can mix it up a wee bit, and that's a blog post, and that's content.
I mean, I used to go to this internet marketer in London's event quite often, and he made a video about this software, right? And the software was like it was a subliminal software where the things come up on the screen, and you put, I make 30,000 a month or whatever. I make 7,000 a week or whatever, and it comes up in the background, right? Yeah. So basically, he was talking about this. So he made this video talking about all the things that happened to him, and he put in he's going to make such and such. And then he made it, and then he put in this thing, and in 2 months he started making that amount, and he was basically talking about it. And then he said, put a link below it or whatever to buy the software, So I basically got a domain name. I bought it, right? It was the name of the software, review at the end of it, right? I got the video of him. Selling the software, right? I put a button under it with my affiliate link, and I was ranking on Google for, this product review, right? And I was getting sales in complete autopilot. And then I remember went to this next event in London. It was a Facebook marketing seminar. I went to this event in London, and me and this other wee guy came up, at the event, and he'd done something similar. And he came up and he says, all you have to do, he says, to make money online is learn how to copy and paste. He says, you just copy and paste, you copy someone's video, you paste an affiliate link below, and then you share it everywhere. That's it. That's how you make money online.
That's whatever works, right?
Exactly. So, because in all cases, when people click an affiliate link, they don't know whose affiliate link it is often, Some of the companies will tell you, they refer something, but often when you click on a link, you've no idea who it is. It could be, Stevie Wonder referred you, So it's like you have no idea who's you're clicking. So these people just go and having a video of YouTube, paste the embed code, put in their blog, get the software now button, affiliate link, hyperlinking it their affiliate link, boom. 3 sales a week, autopilot. Or 3 sales a day, autopilot. Yeah, just click here.
It's like the software you buy. Can you click and paste? You can make money now.
Exactly. Exactly. But it's all good.
Perfect sense.
But those days now those days of ranking as easily in Google are over. That's the only problem with that now. Google is much harder to rank than it used to be. You used to be able to rank anything on Google. Now you can still rank anything on YouTube, but then they have problems with affiliate links and stuff. So you need to be more careful about that. On your YouTube video, I would never put an affiliate link. I'll put a blog post with an affiliate link under it on my YouTube video, but I wouldn't put an affiliate link on my YouTube account because that would get deleted often.
Right.
Especially if YouTube don't like the company.
Right.
So that's a little.
I need to keep in mind since
another little thing to keep hold of your YouTube account. Because a lot of people think, I'll make a load of YouTube videos, I'll put an affiliate link below them, and I'll make all this money. And then after 30 videos, their YouTube account disappears, and they go, why did my YouTube account disappear? I didn't do anything. I was just talking in the videos. I wasn't doing anything wrong. It's like, because you got your affiliate link, and Google didn't like it.
And as you say, you put that into time versus money constraints. It's ridiculous. They could take it away in a second.
Yeah, absolutely. So to me, YouTube's a bonus. Whatever you can do on Facebook is a bonus. And if you're doing it in 10 networks, the likelihood of 10 of those networks going down isn't going to happen in a short period of time. But the likelihood of 2 or 3 of them going down is very easy to happen, and it's happened to me, and it's happened to multiple people I know. I went to a mentorship thing about a year or 2 ago. Somebody invited me to. I didn't really want to do it because I'm not an easy person. I like to hold myself accountable, but I don't like other people hold me accountable. So I thought, accountability course, no, I'm not going to do this, you know. And he says, look, come on, you know, just come and do it, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay, whatever, right? So I went and I did it. And I remember, you know, doing that. I'm trying to think where I was going with this, but the thing was that, you know, basically, it's just something that, you know, I don't know. It just I lost my train of thought there, but that senile dementia's coming on now as well.
That happens to me the whole
That's
time.
what happens. You get a lot of accounts deleted. You get senile dementia from the stress.
If one thing, it's not as easy as everybody thinks it is to start and run an online business.
No.
You know, obviously, once it becomes all automated and what you're doing, it can become easier. But to start it off, it's blood, sweat, and tears.
Yeah, it does. It takes work. It does take some work, and especially at the beginning. The nice thing about it is that once you get it up and running and you go through all that work, you can do a bit every, you know, so often, every day or every 2 days or whatever, or every week, and still keep it running and keep the money coming in. I don't know if you've seen the Zig Ziglar video, Prime the Pump. If you look it up, you know, Zig Ziglar, it's called Prime the Pump. If you look at that, you know, it's like in the beginning you have to go like crazy, you know, you have to go through all this crap and you're pumping like that, your arms go break off, and just you're about to give up, you stop pumping and all the water goes away, you know. And if you had just kept pumping for one more minute or for 30 seconds, the water would come and you just go like that, dead easy, and the water comes flying out. But most people stop before the water starts coming out. You know, they create the website, they make their first content, and they're just getting ready. They've their payment system set up, their autoresponders in, you know, they've their first free giveaway ready. And then somebody tells them about the product with a red button on ClickBank. $47 a month, buy a red button on ClickBank. You just push this red button to riches. And they buy that, forget about the website. And then 2 months later, they realize that the red button to riches isn't going to work. By this stage, they've cancelled their hosting, they've cancelled their autoresponder, you know, they've whatever, you know, and then they go, oh, until somebody tells them 6 months later, you need to start that all over again. You know? And if they don't do that, then they go back to their JOB. You know, if they don't do that, then they're back in their JOB, and then a year later, they say, oh, the internet wasn't really for me. You know, internet, well, that wasn't really for me, you know. It was too hard.
Just give up too quickly.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I mean, there is so many different ways of truly making money on the internet, and the whole thing is just don't give up, work harder.
Yeah, just keep doing it, just keep going, just keep, don't give up. Don't give up. And don't say that you don't give up, because I know somebody who said that, who worked on the internet for 6 years, made his first $1,000 commission, and then he made a blog post and he called it "Don't Give Up" a week after he made his first $1,000 commission. And that was the last blog post I ever made.
Yeah, I made $1,000 quid.
You know, need I say more?
Exactly.
Well,
so Tor, it's been a pleasure.
Absolutely, Jared. It's been good fun now. So, so I'll talk to you soon. If anybody here is listening, by the way, I don't know, I've done a free blogging tip series. I think have you been on that, Jared, at all?
I have.
Yeah. It's a free blogging tips training series. So I made, if you want to go to buildingabetterblog.com/101, the numbers 101 blogging tips, stick your name and email and you'll get that for free. And that's like, I know, 13 or 14 years of my blogging experience in the videos about all of it. So you get that for free. So if you want, you can go there and have a look at that. So, and like I say, next time we do this video, we're going to have your website, your new website URL up as well.
Indeed. So, Torres, once again, thanks a lot.
No problem, Jared. Take care. I'll talk to you soon. Have a good night.
All right,
Okay.
night.
Bye. Bye. Bye.